In a city full of life and opportunity, not everyone gets a fair share of the table. Hunger remains a quiet crisis, but where there is need, there is hope. And hope has a name: the Assembly Soup Kitchen, or simply T.A.S.K. Founded to provide food security for Malaysia's most vulnerable, T.A.S.K works tirelessly to feed the homeless, the elderly, refugees, and B40 families. Their mission aligns closely with the United Nations Sustainable Development Goal 2, Zero Hunger, a global call to end hunger and ensure everyone has access to nutritious food. To gain a deeper understanding of the work being done at T.A.S.K, our team headed to the kitchen to experience their efforts firsthand and speak with the dedicated individuals behind this mission.
Hi, my name is Man Kyong. I'm the founder of the Assembly Soup Kitchen.
Tell us about the program and when and why was it established, and what about the day-to-day operations?
So the soup kitchen that we have was established during the pandemic. During that time, of course, a lot of people were struggling to put food on the table. A lot of people lost their jobs. A lot of people were just finding very difficult to live day to day. And so we wanted to be of help to just provide some food security for those communities like the poor, the refugees that were really struggling. And so our day-to-day will look something like feeding about 300 to 400 people a day. We provide meals for different communities. So we have sort of like a schedule, and we will come in the morning, we will prepare the meals, then we will cook it, and then we will pack it, and then after that deliver. All right, so day to day it's about 300 to 400 meals and up to about 600-700 meals sometimes as well.
Tell us some of the success stories of your program.
More of like a collective success. You know, we could see a lot of communities that struggled during the pandemic, and today we are able to see them grow, thrive, doing much better than they were before. I'm glad that we could help, because during those difficult times, a lot of them were struggling. Although, yes, it was just a simple meal, ultimately it made a difference in their lives.
Next question, what do you hope to achieve?
I want to continue ultimately to create more awareness of the issues that are at hand. What we do hope and we advocate for is a sense of awareness that there are many people that are in need living nearby them, around them. So we just need to look out for those around us. If we can continue to create the awareness and understanding, I think we can take one big step towards sustainability of having zero hunger in Malaysia.
How would you measure the success of your program?
I think ultimately we want to do what we can with what we have. If we are able to, in a sense, maximize our resources, use every dollar donated to us, every food item donated to us well, effectively and efficiently, we consider that a big success.
So how would our community, if we want to donate, how do we do that?
So we take food donations and financial donations. If you want to donate food, we take all kinds of food, dry goods especially, and now you just need to bring it in.
What advice would you give the others considering setting up something similar?
If anybody wants to start like an NGO or soup kitchen to help and feed the poor or the needy, all they need to realize is that they need to put the work into it, and try not to think of it as a problem that you have to solve today. I think everybody has to start somewhere.
If you have to do it all over again, is there anything you'll do differently?
A lot of things. I think it's part of the process. Everything you did right or wrong, you just have to learn from it and then move on.
All right, so for the last question, what's your hope for Malaysia?
My hope is that everyone grows in understanding and having the awareness of those that are in need around them, and at the same time develop this sense of compassion for them. And sometimes it is very easy for us to choose to live in a bubble and just worry about your own life, maybe your family, but you don't really consider the needs of others. I think it's important to have that always thinking of those of us around us. and acting out of compassion.
In a world where millions still go to bed hungry, organizations like the Assembly Soup Kitchen are quietly bridging the gap, one meal at a time. By providing consistent, nutritious food to those most in need, T.A.S.K is not only feeding stomachs, but also restoring dignity and hope. In alignment with United Nations Sustainable Development Goal 2, Zero Hunger, T.A.S.K reminds us that the fight against hunger begins in our own communities. Their unwavering commitment to food security provides that sustainable change doesn't require grand gestures, just compassion, consistency, and care. Because in every act of giving, there's the power to nourish more than just a meal.